We're gonna do a video on, got a big old piece of Georgetown. Gonna see what kind of spalls we can get out of it and what we can make out of it. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for right there. Another one. Some little one. That's a good one. Look at that. Pretty big old crack in this thing. Hard to get a piece of big without any cracks in it. Nowadays, it used to didn't be. That's a nice one. That's another nice one. Another nice one. Where that crack run through it there. Don't look like it goes all the way through. Might get a big piece left out of this thing before it's over with. That was where it started from, right there where I'm hitting at. Another nice piece. Another nice piece. Another nice piece. Give me some glasses on here before I forget something in my eye. I forget to put glasses on. Not worth the risk of getting something in your eye, I tell you. I've had it in my eyes before and it ain't fun. Okay. Boy, that's a nice one. Another nice one. If I can hit high enough up on here, it dips down right in here. If I can hit high enough on it, we might be able to get that to run through there. No, didn't get high enough on it. That's all right. Oh man, look at that. Another crack of that piece. Dadgummit. I can't believe I didn't see that. Shoot. Might not get anything big out of it after all. Oh, shoot. There it is. There's them cracks. I've been, I think I got one more little smaller piece out there. I'm gonna go out and get. See what it's gonna look like. See if they give me something bigger than this. Cracked all the pieces. I'm gonna put this thing on hold. Okay, I'm back. This is all I got left is the size to it. I don't like this at all. It's way too narrow, too thick. It needs to be sawed. This something needs to be sawed in a slab. All you're gonna do is get little pieces off of it. Can't get anything decent size. I don't know about this piece. Probably gonna be cracked all the pieces. Might get a 6-inch blade out of it. Looking for a natural spot to hit on it. I'll soon tell. That's what I was afraid of. Man, that's some bad stuff. Let's see. Maybe we can thin this down. Get a long blade, I doubt it. You might care. I doubt I care. I don't even know if I got this focus. I come back here, sit down, and never looked. Whoa, my door slammed on me. Wind blowed it shut. I had it open, but I didn't have it popped open. A lot of wind blowing. Supposed to be a cold front coming in. Well, I went fishing yesterday evening. I wished I could have went yesterday morning. And we got there, I'd say an hour too late. Because we got there, like the third cast we cut catching bass. And but they weren't. Just weren't hitting what we was throwing at them. But in about an hour, we caught 4 or 5, I guess. And I told my friend, I said, color this water we're fishing, and time of year it is, I said, I believe we didn't put on spinnerbait with a big old willow leaf spinner. We'd do good. He said, I was thinking about the same thing. I said, well, I didn't bring none of mine. So I got a tackle box, just spinnerbaits in it. And I was going to bring it, and I went off and forgot it. He said, well, I think I got 2 or 3. But he looked in there, and he had 2 spinnerbaits. And one was a small spinnerbait, and the other one was a big one. And he put that big one on. And the first cast, he caught about a 4-pound bass. Come out around that cypress tree. I said, I knew it. I said, I don't know why I didn't bring my spinnerbaits and why we didn't start trying them sooner. And he just laughed. We made a few more casts and he didn't catch none. And about the 6th cast or 7th cast, he caught nothing about 3 pounds. And then the very next cast, he caught another one, 2 in a row then. And so he digged that short spinnerbait out and gave it to me to use. In the first cast I made, I catch one about 2 pounds. I said, yep, this is what we should have been fishing. And he caught a few more, and I caught a few more, and then I catch one about 4 pounds, and then I catch one about 3 pounds, We started catching some big fish. I think 6 was about as big as we caught. And we didn't weigh them, I'm just estimating it. And we was releasing them, catching the little one. We kept about 2 little ones under 2 pounds. And we're going to keep more than that, but we didn't catch them. That's all the little ones we catch. We're going to keep anything under 2 pounds. That's what the guy that owns the pond wants you to do. We didn't catch but keep 2 of them. And there for about an hour, we probably had, I don't know how many bass we caught and released. And they were all 2 pounds or better. And like I say, the biggest one was about 6. And they quit. I mean, like within no time. It's just like you turn the switch off. You couldn't catch one for nothing. And then we went back to fishing plastics. That's what we was fishing first, flukes and worms, things like that, suckos. And we went back to fishing plastics, and we couldn't catch nothing. They just quit. But we didn't get there about, I don't know, about 3 o'clock that evening, yesterday evening. I wanted to go that morning, but I couldn't. But when we got there, they were biting. But they weren't jumping in the boat. But we put the spinner baits on, they started jumping in the boat. I believe we started out with spinner baits. We probably caught 40, 50 bass. That front, you tell the temperature was changing and everything. It was coming in on it. All right, this is that crazy one that I didn't think I could thin. I'm still not real sure about it. All right, I need some more stuff off this way. I don't need to lose that whip. So what I can do here. I'm trying to rearrange this camera here so I can get a little better. Don't line up. Trying to make me a little dip or I get right in there and come down that way and start thinning this spot off by running them that way. I hope I'm getting all that focused in there where y'all can see it. What I'm going to try to do now, come across here this way, like that. That's like a crack in it right there. I hope it ain't. Looks like I can see one. That means we're going to end up about a 4-inch piece if it is. All that joist there, there wasn't no size to it. Okay. This is weird, weird, weird. What we got here is a deal going through it this way. With a hole there, if I hit there, it goes down, ain't going nowhere. I need to hit right here. That's what I need to do. I need to try to come right through here. Oh man, that's where that crack was I was talking about. Dadgummit. Shoot. All that rock, I ain't got crap out of none of it. That's what can cost you money right there. You'll get something. I can sell those spalls I'm knocking off. But much of this stuff is, you ain't gonna come out doing that too much. I might as well put that big hammer up. I'm done with it. Well, old James Bode sold us stuff. He hit around every piece of it. I mean, you very rarely ever got a piece that was busted up with it. I don't know what happened, James. I don't know why he got out of it. Don't really care, but he has some good material. We get a good plate going across there and right there. That's pretty good. We'll go on this side over here. Across there, right here, right in there. I'm gonna make a pretty proof on. About all gonna get out of it. We'll pull this edge up. So when I turn it over, it'll be below the center line. All right, we'll try to run all across that concrete right there. I'm gonna have 56 inches of real thin spall. Probably by Tuesday, if anybody's interested on, let me know. This will be one of them. It'll be thin like this, straightened out and everything. Let's get up, shut that door on face. There's that wind's picking up. I'm afraid it's gonna slam it too hard, mess the hinges up. It's blowing it back and forth, open and shut. I'm gonna mess my hinges up. Okay, here's a real good thin preform. All we're gonna need is some pressure flaking and notching. You practice on your pressure flaking and notching. There it is. Put it up there. I'm gonna cut this off for a second and shut that door. Okay, this is another piece of that. It broke off. I might get a 5-inch blade out of it. I see a crack right there. It's going that way. It looks like it's curving back out this way. And you can see it right here. If you look real good, see the crack. Watch it. There it goes. That's a nice piece. So, hopefully, that might be the end of it. It's diving down pretty deep right there. So I'm gonna come over here and try to knock it like this. See what happens. Come back this way. Yeah, it's still pretty deep there, but I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes you don't know what to. What the fat baby had to eat until you change your diaper. Gonna make a boomerang out of it. Look at that. My boomerang won't come back. I threw it all over the place. I'm a disgrace to the boomerang race. It just won't come back. There's a lot of crushing in there. A lot of crushing. Makes me think it's cracked. Plates are not running at all nowhere. I don't see any, but that don't mean they're not there. Yep, what I thought. Hey, here's a piece of, knocked some stuff off the other day and put up on the table here. Never did fix it, I forgot about it. It might be just good for some fall. Who knows? We're gonna find out. Foot. Man, see one right there. trying to separate now. Look at that. Trying to right through there. Watch here. Getting a little wider. Maybe knock me a few more little air preformed out of it. Okay, let's see what we can do here. All right, here's another one of them pre-pour. Have 56 inches of them. You can do percussion on them if you want, but they don't need it. They're going to be thin enough to make a good point. You make them thinner. That's what you're looking for. If you'd like to have some, just send me a comment on YouTube or on my Facebook page, a personal message, and I'll make you up a bunch of them if these are sold. I'm constantly making them. I just don't ever talk about it much on my YouTube page. I put it on flint knapping groups that sell rock. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try to finish this one. Try to knock a piece off all the way across there like that. Boy, did I got under it too low. I almost cut it in two. I think we can get it out of there though. That's out of there pretty good. Oh, put it right there. There's the other one, put it right there. And I ain't gonna be able to make anything big, so I guess I'll quit trying to do that. I'll just make some short stuff and be happy with it. Try to knock some more spalls off. Like that. I don't get one piece off that one, besides this. Just weird shape. It's been too hard, too wet. Took too long, too much time to get the platform right to get any more off of it. So I'm just gonna settle with this. This is pretty good. I got a hinge in it. I want to get out. Other than that, the joker's ready to go. This is a hinge I want to get out. Be pretty interesting here, because it's a big old bubble right there. I got to knock that off. I know it ain't gonna work. I can look at it and tell. There we go. Now I'm gonna try to run this all the way across. Just like that. Like that. Got all of it out, but a little bitty tiny bit. I'm gonna get it out over here on this side. Hit straight down. There it is. Alright, I'm gonna put that one up there. Now let's listen here and grab another. I'm gonna come across up here on this one. Right across here. Grind it, try to come across here, and there, back this way, back that way. Got a little rounded off spot right here. There we go. And this time I'm going to try to run this piece into this valley here. It's going to hinge probably right here. I'll get that out from the other side. I got to do something about this valley. That's the only way I can get it out. That I know of. Boy, it's so hard to make one come off when you got a hinge on it. Got a hinge right there. I get rid of that double layer. There we go. I said, it ain't gonna come off. It didn't. I got rid of it. All right, now then, I'll come right through here, follow that hinge like that. Like that. Might be able to go right through here and get this joker. You got it, but put another one in it. A bigger one. Took it out and put a bigger one there. Not the exact same spot, but put a bigger one in it. There we go. All right, let's see what we can do over here. Okay, this side looks pretty good. This side going uphill. Got a camelback, 2 humps. Don't have a turtle back, this is a 2-humper. We're gonna get 2 humps out of it. Hit on this end twice. Got that out. Hit on that end twice, got that out. I come back this way. Then this side. There we go. There we go. Now, this is ready to go all except these hinges right here. If you want to order this bunch here, you can go to YouTube and say, hey, I watch those jokers being produced on YouTube. Alright, that's pretty good. Put that one right there. Now I'm going to reach down here and got to clean my glasses so I can see. I'm going to fool with that one. Here's a pretty good one right here. Make a better, about a 3-inch one when it's finished. Alright. We're going to see how far we can run this across this limestone. Hope I can get it to go all the way across. Right to the edge, look at that. Ain't too bad. Try it right here. Almost made it. About got it all off of there.
Okay, let's see what we got working on this one. Come right through here, follow that red, another red, follow that red. Y'all cut that finger, it's gonna bleed. Pieces in it. Ow. Ain't gonna be able to get it out without a needle. Maybe I'm put some super glue on it. Keep it from bleeding. And they're pretty deep. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Now I don't want to hit it because the pieces in there. If I hit it, it's going to drive it in deeper. That's not going to be fun. No, sir. I'm going to do it like a little girl. I'm going to hold it up like this. Put one little pinky on it. Like I'm drinking tea out of a teacup. I'm going to tell you something. I went through some tough times. Talked about it before, we didn't have nothing. We about as poor as I've ever could imagine being. Lost my insurance, lost everything. And holding down 3 jobs in Flint after on the weekend. Trying to make a living. Trying to get out of debt. And making a living doing it, but trying to pay my debt off. I got into, and we'll go into it, but I had somebody owed me a lot of money, 6 figures. Went bankrupt on me, and I didn't get any of it. It's just a long story, but anyway, it caused me to lose everything, my home, everything. And I'm going further than that, but I cut myself real bad, and go to the emergency room. This is back in the, I don't want to say 25, 30 years ago. And it's like $600 to sew it up. And I didn't have $600. So I had to pay them what I could and pay on it every month. So next time I cut myself real bad, you gotta be either way than $600. I got to take it, I got me a regular sewing needle. And I heated it red hot over the stove and took a pair of pliers and bent it like a hook, like a fish hook. And got some regular sewing thread, got black. I don't know why I got black. I guess because most stitchers you see have black thread. And I got me a jar lid of alcohol, just regular rubbing alcohol, 100% alcohol, and put it in that
jar lid, drop that thread in there, let it soak in that jar lid. And then I rubbed it around that cut, and I sewed that joker up. One of the hardest things I did. Took a good while. I'd do one stitch and say I can't do no more, and I'd sit there a while and I thought I gotta do it, and I'd do another one. And I didn't know how to tie them. I was just looping them like round and round like this. And finally I got through with it and got them all tight, got it pulled together. I just tied a knot to one end. So it was one continuous stitch just wrapped around and around and around and around. And probably been about 7 individuals if the doctor had done it, or 8. But anyway, that went on for several years, and over about a course of 5 years, I probably put 40 stitches in myself. And it seemed like a lot over 5 years, but you don't understand how many rock I was breaking. I was spalling rock with a sledgehammer and put my hand on it and stuff like that. And selling it, I was trying to make hundreds of knife blades and sell them, and just constantly doing stuff. And I had a bandsaw, and I went to sleep. I was so tired running the bandsaw, cutting the antler. Just run my finger right through it, split that finger all the way down the middle of the bandsaw, and I sewed it up. The bone was split, I could see the bone, and it healed all right, I guess. I never got no infection in it. But that was tough. And then just about the time before I was able to get some insurance, my neighbor 2 houses down came over, and her husband couldn't work. He had disability or something. Disability. I think it's from an accident. And she worked at the hospital in the surgery department. And they had several kids, and that was the only income they had. And she asked me if I'd feed their dogs for them. I had 2 dogs. They was going to somewhere below Baton Rouge to visit her parents. I forget the name of the town. I think it might have been Bill Platt. I don't remember the name of the town. All right, there's another one going in the pile. So I told her, yeah, I'd feed the dog. So while she was gone, I cut my right finger real bad, right on the tip. I mean, just split it wide open. I'm looking for a piece of rock to beat on down here. And it just was this way. Just split it wide open. Well, when I sewed it, I couldn't tie a knot with my left hand. I wasn't that good. And my wife, she just freaks out. She can't stand nothing like that, and she wouldn't help me. And I told her, I said, you got to help me figure out how to get a knot in here. So I just kept wrapping it. And finally I was able to get it, put like 1/2 inches in it. It got the hole, but then when I went to cut it with scissors, I couldn't cut it. I couldn't cut it with my left hand, with the scissors. So what happened, it was sewed up good, but it looked like a drunk did it. It had thread hanging out 2 pieces that long. I couldn't cut them with the scissors. The scissors would just fold up in the scissors. So anyway, a couple days later, she comes home, and she rings the back doorbell, and I go to the back door, and there she's standing, and to get her house key, she only had one set of keys to the back there where the dog was at. And she said, and she seen my hand, and she grabbed it and jerked it like that up to her face, and she said, what idiot did that? I said, I did. She said, what do you mean you did? And I told her, she said, only for 2 or 3 years now you've been sewing yourself up. I said, yes, I have. She said, I am not believing this. So the next day, the front door rang. And I go to the front door. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening, 5:30. And she's got a big old Ziploc bag, and she handed it to me. She said, you don't know nothing about this. You don't know where it come from. You don't know what it is, anything about it. She said, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it right. And I opened it up, and the thread was already made in the needles. I didn't know that. It's already attached inside the needles that they sew you up with. And she had 2 little glass things, vials, whatever you call them. I don't know what you call them, of stuff that deadens you. And a couple of syringes there, and where I could give myself a shot and deaden myself a shot. And everything. She said, we're going to do it right. If I'm home, you come over here and I'll do it for you. I said, okay. So, you talking about a relief, sort of remind me of that Alka-Seltzer commercial. Flop, flop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is. Woo! I didn't know how nice something dead was, boy. I deadened that cut there, and I just get back and laugh and get at it. I could poke a 16-penny nail through it and wouldn't even know it. But it wasn't about long after that. We got on a group policy on the job she got. And so I was covered on stuff like that. And then after that, I got on Medicare. And then I got a supplement that covers stuff like that. And I'd been on that stuff for about 2 years and hadn't cut myself at all. And dang, I wasn't down here, and that other building next door was falling in. And I was running the table saw and caught the side of my thumb right through there in it. And it was nasty looking. It wasn't real deep. I just pulled it back down and I sewed it up. And my wife come in and she said, what'd you do that for? That's what, sew yourself up. That's what I cut myself. That's what you want me to do. So you forgot you got Medicare and supplement? I said, I sure have. I said, I have. I said, I bet I won't forget that no more. And I haven't. Never, and I won't forget it no more. But I did forget it because I was so used to doing it for such a long time. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't know what it was about my vacuum light, but I never cooled it down real cool. I would get out of the kiln and it burned the average person's hand. And it'd be so hot it melted the plastic on the buckets on the side. And because I'd be in a hurry and I needed it. And I've even put water on it before to cool it off. I don't know how hot it was. It was hot. It wasn't hot enough to bust it. But the vacuum light seemed to be able to take it. And I put it like on a damp rag to hold it, keep it from burning through my leg or something. I'd be hammering on it, trying to spall it out. Okay, here we go with another one. And that's real thin. I'm not going to do any more of them. On here, I've done enough of them. See what I'm going to do. Play around a minute and see if I can do it. We're going to try to make a fluted point out of a piece of George side. That'll be the last thing we're going to do. I got a piece of that one down in my shoe. Cut sticking in my ankle. I had to stop moving. He done putting stitches in my ankle. Okay, what we're looking at, got two cracks here, one there and one there. This one's not deep, I'm positive. This one's got me concerned I might lose a ½ inch of the point and shit going right through there. But, so what I'm gonna do is take this hump off on this side by hitting down like this. Now we're gonna grind it. Hit just like this. There we go. Now, come over here. Try to come this way. Right there. That did pretty good. That side looks pretty good. Might take a little off right here. I think we're good there. Now this side's got a lot of problems. That's that crack there. And I don't think it goes too far. I'm still on the same side. I'm seeing things I missed looking at this bad side here. All right, now we're gonna try to raise this up. Now we're gonna come across here. Oop, that didn't work. There we go. Need to grind this. That did good. All that scooped out. Now we need to come down the top here. Move some of this high ridge right in the middle. That didn't do too good. That's what you call a flop. Big disappointment. So now we're gonna try to come this way and get it. Got that part of it. And got that part of it. I didn't get that. Didn't get it. Got it then. Whoop. Gotta grind it. There we go. Okay, now we'll go to this. Got a little better control. I'm shaping it. Okay, we got some hinges in the edge here. Might be fun to try to get out without losing much width. See what we can do. That's some of it. All right, let's see what we can do here. Gonna be tricky. Try to run it all the way across. Get that out, which I was able to. Now I got another part I need to get out, which I was able to. One little spot won't come out where that crack was. There we go. Got it out of there. Okay, I'm gonna try to run a flute by hitting it with this down through there. Run it halfway, that ain't too bad. Try the other side. All right, let's try it right through here. Went down pretty good. Look at that. We'll shape these up tomorrow and finish them up. And then, that's pretty quick. Well, that wind picking up rough. It's supposed to have some bad weather on the way. That just don't look bad at all when it's gonna be finished up. Y'all have a blessed day. Hope you enjoyed that.